Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another one. Let's check this clip out.
Stephen Curry has ended speculation over his future by signing a one-year contract extension with the Golden State Warriors until 2027. The deal is worth a reported $62 million and change. It means the four-time NBA champion will be guaranteed $178 million over the next 3 years. Curry passes $500 million plus in career earnings on the court, joining LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Because of the over 38 rule, the one-year extension is the maximum that Golden State could offer. Now, this is really exciting. Where is my guy? There look at how dapper. Stephen A., I mean, now this man knows how to show up to First Take. Look at the suit, the haircut. He's always ready.
I have to take credit. I have to. Because he was coming here with just collared shirts, no tie, anything, and I had to get on him. And ever since then, he has upgraded. People have said he looked like a politician. He looks so astute, like a statesman everywhere he goes. He was representing the United States of America in Paris just as much as the athletes were, for crying out loud. Wendy was everywhere. He was everywhere.
Wendy was
Great
everywhere.
Job, by the way.
And
Thank God, Stephen. Somebody's giving
age.
Stephen A. credit. Thank God. We don't have enough Stephen A. getting credit, so thank God.
Seriously, absolutely.
Right.
But Wendy, we'll get into it. But you look relaxed. I'm glad you got to see your family. They remembered who you were, and because we'll be ramping things up pretty soon here, right? Wendy, tell me this: what do you make of Curry's extension? What can I learn from this?
Well, I actually never believed any of the hype that there was a chance that he was ever going to be anywhere but Golden State. But that did exist out there. There was some of that. So this is him just backing up what he's always said, which is he wants to be a Warrior for life. And let's just be honest. This is a vote of confidence in the direction of the Warriors. He didn't have to sign this now. In fact, he could have waited another year. And next year, he would have been allowed to sign for 2 years. So him doing this now is saying, hey, I respect what we're doing as an organization, and we're going to sort of pivot and try to continue to improve here. The Warriors are not going to win a championship this year as they're currently constructed, I don't believe. I don't think many people do. But one thing that the Warriors have been doing since really last winter that, really should be paid attention to is their big game hunting. They, in one of the strangest stories of the last year in all of sports, if you ask me, if you remember, guys, the Warriors tried to trade for LeBron James at February's trade deadline. Now, it didn't get anywhere, but that was interesting. Then, over the summer, they tried to trade for Paul George. And when that didn't work out, they couldn't make a deal. They tried to trade for Lauri Markkanen. So they are absolutely big game hunting. Now, big game hunting and big game landing are two different things. But they absolutely have the ability to look at other moves as we go forward here. Let's see how this season plays out. And they went and they added some players. They have some young players on their roster. This is a team to watch going forward transactionally. And Steph Curry signing that contract is his belief that this organization still has good days ahead.
You know what, Wendy? First of all, 1 year, 2 year, it doesn't matter. Anybody who from the Golden State Warriors organization who allows Steph Curry to ever leave should be banned from the state of California and banned from the NBA for forever. This is the greatest play in franchise history. More importantly than anything, I don't care what anybody says. More importantly than anything else, the role model that he has been, the model citizen that he has been, while maintaining his superstar status as the greatest shooter God ever created. You just can't say enough about him. And so I want to put that, any money that he earns, I don't count his money because whatever it is, he's underpaid. He is underpaid. Same thing with LeBron, by the way, underpaid. I don't give a damn what money you give them. They're underpaid compared to what they bring to the table. And that's just me being real and straight up about it. Having said that, the stuff that you brought up about Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, I'm very interested in delving a bit further. And in the weeks and months to come, I'm going to do that. Why couldn't they get Paul George? Why can't they get another superstar to pair with Steph Curry, especially in the aftermath of Kevin Durant's departure? Maybe you didn't feel the need to have anybody. I get that part because Klay Thompson's Klay Thompson, and I still believe in that brother, by the way. And Draymond is Draymond. As far as I'm concerned, people better open their eyes, wake up. There's a future Hall of Fame player. Scoring ain't everything. With all the intangibles that that Draymond Green brings to the table. The Warriors are not 4-time champions without Draymond Green. He's a Hall of Famer. But I'm still looking at the organization as a whole, specifically Steve Kerr. And I'm saying, how come we can't get this brother any additional help? We are talking about a Steph Curry that still looks like he's in his prime. Still the greatest shooter on the planet. Still good for 25 a game. Still good for 40% shooting plus from three-point range. Why the hell can we not get him? One of the nicest guys on the planet. Teammates love him. Organization reveres him. The city has deified him. The area has deified him. Owns the Bay Area. Why in the hell can you get somebody worth noting to come and play with this brother? You got Draymond, and not only that, Draymond, the point forward that he is, the vocal leader that he is, the facilitator that he has proven to be, the defensive stalwart he has proven to be. Why can't you get guys to play with those two guys? I'm like, wait a minute now. You would think people would clamor to do so. I don't know if that has been the case. And I'm asking you, Wendy.
Yeah, I do think, well, first off, they haven't been able to find a price that makes sense. The price that the Clippers were asking for Paul George was not a price that the Warriors were willing to meet. And the price that the Jazz were sort of dangling out there for Lauri Markkanen was a higher price than the Warriors were willing to pay. And I'll just clarify it. The Warriors don't want to give Brandon Podziemski. They view Brandon Podziemski, he's not anywhere near the exact same player as Klay Thompson. They're very different in terms of their styles and sizes and everything. But they sort of see Podziemski as the replacement for Klay Thompson. They want him to shoot 8-10 three-pointers a game. They see that. They have deemed him untouchable. And after deeming him untouchable, that has made it hard to make a deal. A key player to watch for them is Jonathan Kuminga. He is in the middle of contract extension talks right now. If they sign Kuminga to an extension, I think it's more unlikely that they trade him. However, if we get past the October deadline of an extension and they don't find a deal there, I think he becomes a high probability of being traded during the season. So that's one of the things we're going to watch. I think the big thing is that Joe Lacob and that ownership group and Mike Dunleavy, their general manager, are out there looking to really add to this team. They have scaled back their spending. They've reduced their luxury tax bill by something in the neighborhood of $150 million this year. There's no doubt that their spending is down, but that doesn't mean that they won't continue to spend. And so as the season goes along, you are correct, Stephen A. We're going to watch the Warriors, how they start and who may become available during the year.
Wendy, this is Stephen A. Smith you're talking to right now. So I'm going to ask you again. I know that the Golden State Warriors have tried to curb back their spending with all of those money, with all of those dollars Joe Lacob spent throughout the years, over $600 million, if I remember correctly. I mean, the money that he doled out in terms of salary, luxury tax, and all of this other stuff.
Guys.
He owes no one an apology. I was asking about a desire to play for Steve Kerr. Is that direct enough?
I think all the answers have been answered because he signed that contract yesterday.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Steph Curry, though, but I got you.
You weren't talking about Jayson Tatum either. All right.
What's up, y'all? I want to thank y'all so much for tapping in with me in the clip of the show, y'all. That was Molly and Stephen A. Smith, and they were talking about why Steph Curry should opt for a one-year contract with the Golden State Warriors moving forward. Stephen A. Smith pointed out that the NBA's over 38 rule plays a significant part in this strategy, and this rule is part of the collective agreement, and it restricts players who are nearing over the age of 38 from signing long-term deals. Since Curry is 36, this rule directly impacts him. And Stephen A. Smith, he emphasized that despite being 36 years old, Curry remains one of the league's top players. His performance on the court is still elite, and as such, he continues to be a cornerstone of the Warriors franchise. However, his age and the physical demands of the NBA, long-term contracts are not practical under the current rules. The one-year contract approach therefore serves multiple purposes. Firstly, it provides Curry with flexibility. As he ages, his priorities might shift or his performance might change. One thing that I can say about Steph Curry is that he's been in the NBA for a lot of years now, and he will go down as one of the greatest shooters of all time, for sure. I want to see Steph Curry play for another team. I don't want to see him just play for the Golden State, and it would be nice to see him play, another team other than the Golden State Warriors. And I actually want to know what y'all think about this, so make sure to leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next videos.